Hello, hello. Welcome to my podcast, Love Binds. Love Binds. How was your weekend? Yeah, you had a great time, right? I see. Wonderful. And how's your day going? Today's Monday. Yes, it's a beautiful day down here. I hope it is over there, wherever you are. All right. I'm just going to go straight to what I'm going to talk about. It's brief. I guess if I'm not going to dive into some areas I'm not supposed to, but whatever I'm going to talk about, you are going to benefit from it, okay? Because the whole point of this podcast is to, promote love in relationships, and also to talk about, issues in relationships whereby people, both parties, or whether the husband and wife can come together and resolve it, okay? And for those of you that are about to get married, for you to also learn one or two things from it. Before I continue, I would like you to remember, please kindly follow my podcast if you like it. Yes, click on that follow button. And if you don't know how to find it, excuse me, leave me a comment, or rather ask me a question in the comment section and I will answer it for you. But it's not difficult. It's very obvious. It's right there. Just look on your screen. You're going to see the follow button. And for those of you that like my podcast, that would like to support my podcast, do not hesitate. Be kind to support my podcast. But if not, I still thank you for taking out time to listen to my podcast. All right, what I am going to talk about right now is basically malice. Yes. You know malice, right? Sometimes people don't talk about it, but it's there. You wake up in the morning, you don't want to talk to your spouse. You don't even say good morning. And even if you say good morning, you just say it, because you just want to say it. You don't really mean it. And then you go to work. How do you feel leaving that door, or leaving that house rather, closing the door behind you, taking your public transportation or going into your car, knowing fully well that you left your spouse in a state that is not healthy for your marriage? How would you be able to work with such mindset? Are you going to be comfortable? Will you be able to complete your task diligently and with quality? Ask yourself these questions and many more that are lingering in your mind right now. And if nothing is lingering in your mind, have you killed your conscience? How is that possible? Now, I don't know what you and your spouse went through over the weekend, or it could be this morning, but is it worth keeping that malice? I had a story where both couples both husband and wife were keeping malice with each other. And I think they acted a movie on this anyway. Maybe you stumbled on such a movie, maybe not, but let me just go on. Now, they kept living that way in the house, like two strangers, and then they went on the same bed and laid there. I'm even surprised they went on the same bed. I thought maybe, excuse me, one of them might sleep in the living room, but they slept on the same bed, which is good. But then it's not good, on the other hand, that both of you did not talk to each other, or at least say goodnight. I thought that staying on that same bed would unite both of you, but no. Okay, let me continue with the story, which I'm saying anyway. So one of the spouses is asthmatic, and so while the other one, let me say A is asthmatic I said, right? Okay. Sometimes these English words, oh my goodness. Interesting, but never mind. As long as you understand me, right? Okay. Now, A is asthmatic, B is not. So B is sleeping peacefully. Likewise, A. And suddenly A wakes up, starts choking, starts trying to grasp for air or grasp air, but it was difficult. And so starts to tap B. B is not responding. Taps to the point whereby their strength failed them. And then that's how they passed on. And B wakes up as normal, starts getting ready for work as normal, doesn't even know what's going on, doesn't even care to say good morning, goes into the restroom, just complete the task that they need to do in the restroom, and then heads out to work with a dead body in the house without them knowing. And then someone calls him or calls her at work. The spouse, and like, I've been trying to reach your husband, or I've been trying to reach your wife. They're not answering the call. We have an appointment today for the contract that is worth over, 2 million, even if it's not a contract. And that's when the spouse was like, but I left them in the house. It dawned on them. That was the moment it dawned on them. Oh no, but it's too late. They rushed home. Voila. That same position the spouse is the same position the spouse is when the spouse went home, as in when B got home, saw A on the bed, then start crying. What's the point crying? Is it worth it? Sometimes people live as if they own this life. It's sad, right? People live as if what you've done to them, it's unforgivable. It's one thing to forgive. It's another thing to say, okay, well, I don't even know what to say, but it's always important to forgive. It's always good to forgive. Even though it's hard, just say the words, I forgive you. Yeah, you will remember because you're a human being, but just say the words, I forgive you, and see how you will feel. You're going to have that peace of mind. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I think I need to drink some water. All right. You start crying. You cry from now to tomorrow. It's not going to bring your spouse back. The whole point of this is learn to forgive. Learn to give your spouse another chance. I'm not talking about people who intentionally go on cheating, like I said in my other podcast. You can't keep cheating on your spouse and expect them to keep forgiving you. You need to change. You need to work on yourself. And not only cheating, there are other things some spouses do that they need to work on if they really want that relationship to work. Forgiveness goes both ways. Okay? Don't take advantage of someone who loves you. Oh, he loves me. He's not going to let me go. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'll tell him I'm sorry. Or, oh, she loves me. She won't let me go. She knows she can't live without me. Don't do that. You are abusing your spouse. You're abusing that relationship. Devote yourself to each other. It's very important. The marriage is for the two of you. Love each other. If you like your spouse to dress in a sexy way, tell your spouse to dress in a sexy way for you. In the house, for you. It's sad that the spouse died and the other spouse wasn't able to say goodbye, or at least help them with their inhaler. It hurts. It breaks my heart. So whatever your spouse and you are going through right now, stop and think. Is it worth their life? Don't say I don't care. Don't say they hurt you badly. Yes, I'm sorry on their behalf. They hurt you badly. But learn to forgive and love them. Be at peace with your spouse. And if you know you're keeping malice right now with your spouse, hey, pick up that phone. If you're in the office, send them a text. Let them know you still love them and you still want the relationship to work. All right, I've got to go now. I did say this won't take long. Excuse me. Sometimes, the whole story takes over, and then before I know, time has gone. Anyway, but I hope you understand what I've said so far. And always remember that you're loved, you're special, you're bold, you're beautiful, you're handsome. And love binds. Have a great day. Bye-bye.